She instead stared into his face. She searched his dark eyes for more signs of compassion. I won't argue with you, Trenton, she said, placing a leather handbag on the passenger side of the Verneo Lamborghini. Good, said Trenton, accepting her concession. Then he asked, while admiring the interior of the vehicle, how do you handle that car? It has so much power. He thought briefly of the accident and her drunken state. He was amazed she hadn't totaled the car that night. He marveled at the thought of the young doctor controlling such an automobile with those delicate hands under such a volatile situation. Anything could have happened. She could have wrecked every car on the block. She could have killed herself or others. She had the engine power and the machinery to do it. Erin Simpkins was definitely a wild, dangerous woman. He had to admit that reality. She and the car shared a union, a meeting of power and beauty, a compilation of style and sleekness. Why did you choose such an automobile? He asked, momentarily caught up in both the woman and the sports car. It suits you, but I'm curious. Erin paused. She thought and glanced into his eyes. The brown irises of color contrasted against the white corneas of his eyes and emphasized their allure. She found that she could not look away from them. They were spellbinding and captivatingly warm, with brown flecks of light radiating from them. She almost caught her breath at their intensity, their curiosity. How could she not answer the question with such complete honesty? I bought the car strictly out of revenge, she admitted shamelessly. The declaration of truth felt good. It still gave her a measure of power, control over her life, but Trenton's reaction surprised her and caused a laugh to escape her lips. Her words did not seem to surprise him. He appeared to take delight in them as he waited for her to elaborate. I had a point to prove. My ex thought he could buy his freedom and erase his guilt through money. So I took advantage of his weakness and cashed the check he gave me. It must have been one hell of a check. It was. But I never wanted it. I'd rather have his love, she said sadly, and then abruptly changed the subject. She just couldn't deal with talking about or thinking about Murari Varadaraj. The pain was still too vivid, too harsh. Trenton Black seemed to change as well. He sensed the doctor's sadness and spoke up. I'll get into my car and follow you out. Just give me a second to pull off. You got it, she said, while watching the retreating, strong back of her personal bodyguard through the side mirror of her car. Trenton Black was a very handsome man, Erin thought. Then she wondered, with a slight smile, when had she come up with that realization? She must be extremely tired. She hadn't noticed another man in a long time. But the towering, physically fit father was impressive, she had to admit, as she continued to admire his departing physique.